All right, America, this week we're going exactly where they're telling us to go. We're going to follow the science, and we're going to take it where it actually leads instead of where they want to tell us it leads. I'm Mike Cohn with ACM News, and here we go. All right, folks, so we've been told time and time again, they're following the science. They're following the science. You know what? I'm starting to wonder what science they're following, because the science that they're talking about versus the science that's actually out there seems to be Cracker Jacks versus, Harvard graduate. Couldn't tell you. But I'm going to tell you this much. What I'm seeing out there is things like this. This is a prime example, because this is actually looking at the map originally of COVID and the way it was taken over the United States, how quickly it was taken over the United States. And it's pretty fascinating. And if you actually take a look at this thing and you see, okay, well, damn, so how am I not already infected? Well, I'm going to tell you what, if it was spreading the way that they said it was, you've already been infected about 50 damn times by now, because this map actually depicts the difference in between January of 2020 and March of 2020. So if you're going to say that it spread like this in 3 months pre-vaccine, and the vaccine didn't come out till the end of the year, yeah, the whole United States has been infected by now. Let's take it a step further than that. Let's go ahead and look at the fact of, how about this mask situation? Now, they started saying, of course, in the beginning, don't wear the mask. You don't need the mask. Then you need the mask. You need the mask. You know what the funniest part of it is wearing the mask versus not wearing the mask. Exactly how much difference has that made? Oh, that's right. 0. Well, cool. I mean, for God's sakes, why are we hearing so much out of Fauci? This man, his biggest decision right now is, does he like Biden in the tan suit or not? I mean, that's what I feel he is equipped to make at this point. The man is a total meltdown. He's lied before Congress. What the hell? Why is he even still a free man? He should be being prosecuted by now, but not one single move has been made against this man. He has lied to Congress and to the American public. Further than that, if we did need masks, if the mask were protecting us, then why is Fauci not being charged with his disinformation that he put out in the beginning of all this?
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often, there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
Fauci, Teflon man, right? He's out of there. He's got this good. He don't give a shit. Why don't he give a shit? He's got protection. He can say whatever in the hell he wants, whenever he wants to, because for the most part, he's about as bad as Biden over there, with Obama's hand up Biden's ass, running him like a puppet. I just haven't figured out exactly whose hand is up Fauci's ass. I'm actually expecting, try not to laugh too much, but I'm pretty sure it's somebody in the Chinese government, because he sure worked pretty damn hard to cover their asses, didn't he? But the odd part is every time somebody puts anything up about that, well, it gets canceled quicker than shit.
Time for us to resist. They can't arrest all of us. They can't keep all of your kids home from school. They can't keep every government building closed, although I've got a long list of ones they might keep closed or might ought to keep closed. We don't have to accept the mandates, lockdowns, and harmful policies of the petty tyrants and bureaucrats. We can simply say no. Not again. We are at a moment of truth and a crossroads. Will we allow these people to use fear and propaganda to do further harm to our society, economy, and children? Or will we stand together and say, absolutely not. Not this time. I choose freedom.
I think that all the mask wearers and this and that, I think all that you people are doing by still agreeing to wear masks and everything else is you're just proving how good of little sheep you're going to be when they go ahead and hand the government over to China. Well, enough about the wonderful coronas and all that good stuff. Let's go on ahead and follow the science on something else too. You know, I can't help but hit on all the sexual deviants out there. I'm sorry, it just bugs me entirely too much that it's getting shoved down my throat that I have to accept this or that because somebody decides to bring their kinks out of the bedroom. So let's go ahead and follow the science on this. I'm going to take, for example, let's take a male. I'm sorry, but let's take Caitlyn Jenner. Now, Bruce there was definitely a man. There's no doubt about that. Everybody knows that. Bruce has had a chopodictomy and addicectomy done to him and had some boobs put on. You know, good for him. And you say, well, that's very rude of you to still be saying him. Well, no, it's not. And the reason that I can say that safely and securely is let's take a strand of his DNA and let's run his DNA. And I want to see the transgender molecule come up, whatever, the transgender strand. I want to see the transgender strand come up. You know what? It's not going to because it doesn't exist. Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, whatever we want to go by these days, does not have female DNA. Does not have. Plain and simple. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. If you go through any DNA, there are not 150 some different genders. There are 2. So let's say what it actually is. Plain dress up. And you know, if you want to go out and get surgery, you want to go out and you want to take hormones for this and that, and you want to change your body in these ways by doing these things, surgical procedures and medications to change yourself and your appearance, you're just playing a really high-end game of dress up. And that's all it is. It's nothing that's in your body that has commanded you that you should have been a woman or that you should have been a man. It's literally your inability to keep your kinks under control. And for that matter, moving forward, let's talk about the fact of now that we understand that if somebody is out there and they're displaying the fact that they are transgender, they have a mental disability. They are not comfortable with their body. You know, that's just it. They have a mental condition. Why are you people letting these people near your children? I guess in closing, I'd kind of like to say that, you know, I can always be wrong. And I get that. I can. I mean, just like anybody else, I am human. So if there's any time or if anybody that actually knows of some type of a DNA strand somewhere that actually shows that this person is more than just a mental defect, please bring it to my attention in the comments. Let me know, because I'll be glad to look that one up and become more knowledgeable on the subject. And I will also eat crow at that point, and I will gladly call you freaks by whatever pronouns you find to be appropriate. Until then, hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. And that's all you're getting out of me. Guys, I'm Mike Hunt with ACM Media. Guess I probably pissed a few of them off tonight. And my normal crowd, I guarantee I didn't. You guys have a great evening, a better weekend, and I'll see you next time.